Hello and welcome back to this series where we embrace the mid-90s and play some 2nd edition Warhammer 40,000. Last time we made some 500 point armies specifically for the purpose, now let's actually play a game of it. So, how are we going to do this? Well, we're trying to make this as authentic as possible to the actual experience of playing 2nd edition at the time, just with the occasional concession to the realities of playing a game that's been out of production for decades in a setting that we can actually record in. So here's what we're going to do. 1. The battle will take place on our coffee table since that's just the table we have, so we're going to ignore these areas of the standard deployment zones since if we didn't then technically we wouldn't be able to deploy on the table at all. Apart from that, the game will last a standard 4 turns and the victor will be decided by victory points. Although since it's our first game we won't be using any mission cards since we'll have enough on our hands just remembering how the game works as is.
2. For our forces, we're using the rules straight out of the codexes. We're sure they got FAQ'd in White Dwarf at some point, but we're playing this as if we're coming into it fresh at the time. And a new player typically doesn't go digging around in back issues of magazines for such things. Until maybe they've played a few games and are wondering why they're losing so often. Plus, we want to experience the quirks of the edition as they were originally written. 3. We're definitely going to get stuff wrong. It's our first time playing a full game of a somewhat quirky version of a familiar game. Mistakes are going to happen. Don't worry, you'll survive.
So, with the battlefield a lovely shade of flocked green and the terrain in place, let's give this thing a try. Okay, so the table is all set up and we just need to deploy now. Now, the way 2nd Ed works is that you have a strategy rating, or your army has a strategy rating.
Allegedly.
Your commander also kind of has a strategy rating. It's weirdly unclear. Anyway, because I, with my Space Marines, have a higher strategy rating than your Chaos one, that means you have to deploy your forces first. So,
my immense amount of models will... Oh my! Would you look at that? I'm done.
Okay, so I am deploying them in combat squads, so there is 2 groups of 5. So that's going to be interesting.
Who are they wearing?
Blue.
You don't know what you're supposed to answer with that question, huh?
Yeah, it's whatever designer.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know! I'm not completely uncultured.
Just mostly.
Just mostly. What we have to do now is we now both roll a dice and we add our commander's strategy rating to it.
So I have a +5, and what do you have?
I also have a +5 to it.
Well, yeah, okay.
Okay, so that means I get to go first.
Ooh la la!
Okay, so as you would expect, movement phase is first.
Yep.
Although I'm not going to be doing anything because I'm not getting any closer to those things.
What? They're beautiful. Look at them. In this, you can't pre-measure.
No, you can't pre-measure. That wasn't a thing before. Was it 6th? I think pre-measuring.
I believe you.
Okay, so I'm firing my missile launcher.
At what squad of mine?
At it's going to be hard to pick.
Oh, I gotta turn her around. Give me a second.
I think this squad here.
Not the cactus?
Not the cactus, no. Let us make sure I'm actually rolling the right things.
I love how I'm just watching myself in the reflection, just filming you reading.
Yeah.
You're looking very handsome, by the way. Now stop aiming your missiles at me.
On a 3+, my missile hits.
Okay, so first roll of the game, and it is a 1.
It's going to be one of those games, isn't it?
One of those games.
Let's just say there is a very good reason why I've chosen to wear a red shirt today. I do not expect my boys in blue to come out of this one intact.
See, I always get confused with this edition because in newer editions, Marines can move like 6 inches, and I would expect in like 2nd, it would make sense to me if your guys could move 6 inches and mine could move 5 because they're in Terminator army, you know what I mean? But if everyone moves 4, that we're all just having a darn good time.
Yeah, Marines just move 4 in this edition.
Yay! We've discovered running!
Running is a type of extra fast move that allows troops to cover more ground quickly. Running troops move at double pace. So, for example, a human with a move of 4 would move 8 at a run.
I'm not. I'm post-human, so I'm gonna have a run at 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Squeeze in, lads.
There's a lot of stuff that works on templates in this edition.
We haven't used templates in a while.
Well, the big thing is that all of these are on bigger bases than they originally
They
were.
are. Mine are on huge bases.
Yeah, because
I have a really old metal Terminator that I turned into a Space Wolf that's on like a 5p base.
Yeah, they're all of these troops used to be on 25mm bases, which
So
you know,
logistics, it's a bit of an issue.
you could fit a lot more of them under a template, and that really matters in this edition. So this is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think you get to shoot.
I don't think so because I ran.
So I am going to shoot at your Terminators.
Which ones? Those ones?
Those ones. If you do this every turn, that joke's going to get very boring.
No, but the thing is, then it comes into like the Renaissance where it's even funnier the second and third and fourth time. Yes.
No. So, unsurprisingly, I am going to declare that these guys are going to shoot at that squad.
Oh no. Okay.
The only things they'll be able to reach are the bolters.
You're pre-measuring, by the way.
I'm not. Because I've already declared.
You've declared. You're right. Yeah. Ignore me. I'm
just making sure they are within range.
Just cancel me on Twitter. It's they're in range.
Yeah. Okay, so the flamer won't be able to reach.
I would be surprised if it could.
But the bolters can. Now, because this edition is weird, bolters only ever fire like one. You only roll once. However, because they are Space Marines, they get to do their rolls twice.
Well, I mean, they are Space Marines.
Yeah, if you haven't moved them, it's like I think it's rapid fire rule or something it's called.
Oh yeah.
I don't forget. I've read so many rules. I'm very confused by
them. I'm just going to say it. Warhammer, 1 or 2 rules.
And it's on 3s. That wasn't.
That could have gone
ideal. Okay, 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Now
this is where it gets complicated. This is where it gets complicated.
Okay, so Terminators, you roll 2d6 for their armor save.
Mm-hmm.
So,
just shove my hands in the way.
So roll 2d6 and we'll see what happens. Okay, you've rolled a 4.
Yep.
Now I reduce your score by 1.
Yep. Which is 3, but I save it because I have a 3+ because I'm in Terminator armor.
I mean, you actually have a 2+.
Oh,
technically. Yeah. Do it again, because it was 2 shots.
Oh no, I won!
Yeah, but it's fine.
It's fine.
Really, I have to rely on you rolling double ones. Yeah, this is the problem.
Yeah, I didn't pick my army to min-max. I just was like,
I like Terminators because they're really pretty and spiky.
Shock horror, these are also shooting at those.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I saw in the comments of the first part of this video series, I don't know, that like loads of people going, "Oh, Wib, you're gonna get it, mate," and I was like, "Really?" And yeah, I get it now.
Yeah. So the only thing from the back squad that can really do anything again is the missile launcher. So let's roll for that again.
Okay, go for it.
It actually hits this time.
My man,
now,
you rolled a critical success.
Now, a crack firing missile launcher is strength 8.
Yep.
So I believe, although it uses the old system, so I have to double check this. Target's toughness 4, 8, that's 2. So yeah. So
2's up.
Wounds on 2. Okay.
So it wounds.
Okay, so it wounds. Now. Let's think about this. So your armor save is 2+.
Yeah.
And this reduces your thing by 6. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you need to roll an 8+ on 2 dice.
I didn't roll an 8+.
Okay, that means one of your Terminators is dead.
He's dead.
He's dead. And there's morale to do. I think you might have to take a morale test, actually, because...
That is 25% of my squad.
Yep. Yeah.
6.
Yeah, okay, you're fine. We don't have to bother learning how the morale rules work yet.
Thank God. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay, so turn 2.
Yep.
There's only 4 turns in the game, so, you know...
Time to get a bit of a move on.
Get a bit of a wiggle on. And I just desperately hope that I manage to kill all of your troops before you get to me. If nothing else, because then we don't have to, like, play with the melee rules.
I want to play with it.
the melee
What do you think all this sharp stuff's for? Come on.
That's fair, that's fair.
Okay, so, Storm Bolters at, let me guess, the squad in front of me.
Yeah.
Which is up to, 24.
So, you want to roll 1 dice to see if you hit.
That bumped off there.
2. However, you do have a the ballistic skill 5, right?
5.
Which I believe is 2 to hit.
Well, we're about to find out, ain't we?
Yeah, that still hits. So what you now do is you roll on this beautiful custom dice that
It looks like a meat cube.
that I had to hastily make when I realised we didn't have one. So that'll tell you how many shots will actually land.
3.
3. Okay, so then you just roll 3 bolter shots.
Okay.
So on 4s.
Oh. Oh no.
Okay, so
2.
that's 2 hits, and Storm Bolter's -1 to your armour, I assume?
-1, yeah.
-1, okay. So on 4s... Oh no. Oh no. One of my men is dead. Splat.
Oh no, what's that like?
Well, I mean, admittedly,
I've lost 25%.
this guy cost a lot less than your Terminator.
Well, we'll see how
Yeah.
it goes, Pilgrim, okay? She misses. Catastrophically. Oh,
Catastrophically.
they're so hyped because they want to get in there and make new friends.
Okay.
That's my headcanon for it.
So I think I'm gonna have a bit of a move around so I can
Oh no!
I can maximise my
no,
shots at you. So this squad shooting at
You
At
don't
your
even
one-
need, you don't even need to declare.
Yeah, I don't
I
need
have
to-
one
it's just,
squad,
yeah,
and they are there.
yeah, I'm outside of
Yeah.
12, so I can't use my melter, unfortunately, which is a
Oh
pity.
no!
'Cause it's,
that's the liquid can opener.
Oh, that gun would be very good. Yes.
All right, roll.
But so, it's only 3 shots because
You're a dweeb. Oh, honey. You know, people ask you how you are, and you have to say fine, even though you're not fine.
right, second squad.
Okay.
Which
I'm guessing they're shooting at the same ones.
They can also.
Well, that's like probably bang on 2 feet, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Okay, and of course they can fire twice again with their bolters. It's a thing Space Marines can just do with it's bolt pistols, bolters, and storm bolters.
Yeah.
If they haven't moved.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
which your guys will never ever do.
no, because they can't sit still. They've got ants in their pants.
Okay, that's
a couple of good
that
ones.
is
Yeah,
much
that's
better.
That's a lot healthier.
Much better. Okay, so on 4s, I will wound.
Oh wow! Yeah, nice.
Okay, so that's 4 wounds onto your thing, and yeah, you've got to roll 3+ on 2 dice.
Fine.
Okay, and again. Okay, I killed one with bolter.
Yes! I did it! I hate you, but nice!
Ah, good boys. That's another Terminator down. And I have not yet fired with my missile launcher. It hits. And it wounds because it's 2+.
Yep.
So now you've got to do that 8 on 2 dice. Didn't work, did it? Didn't work, did it? Okay.
Oof, I'm looking unhealthy
Oof.
now.
Okay, yeah, that's looking bad. Okay, just move the camera slightly so it's actually pointing at where the action actually is now, because it turned out that we're doing everything up in this top corner now.
It's a nice corner. I like it.
It's your turn. What are you going to do?
I think I'm gonna charge because I can charge 3 times my movement, which is 12 inches, or a foot, which, seeing as you've stolen my tape measure again.
There you go, there's your tape measure. Okay, yeah, that's going to be pretty close.
Yep.
Ah, shit. Yeah, I guess they both can get there. Yeah, okay, yeah, you can do it.
Do you want to Overwatch?
You can't Overwatch.
You can.
Well, you can actually. There are Overwatch rules.
There are.
I literally, where is it? I literally made tokens in case I needed to do it, but it's not come up.
So I'm just gonna...
I mean, all these tokens, not one of them's been needed.
Luck favours the prepared, sweetie. Come on. Okay, so she's gonna charge in. Okay, let me just... There we go. Okay,
that's close enough. Okay, so now we've got to do the whole melee thing. Alright, so this is an absolute fucking nightmare. Okay, so... Right, how many attacks does your thing have? Does your Terminator?
Yeah, he's just got 1 and she's got 3.
So, you might want to hold on to this while I go through these rules. Okay, so...
This is going to be fun.
So,
Senior rules lawyer.
So, the way this works is that because you are charging...
Yeah.
You get times 2 attacks because of your con 8.
And I'm frenzied.
And it's because you're frenzied, yeah. You get twice as many attacks, and you get +1 attack for charging. Okay, so it's not +1 attack, it's +1 to your combat score. We're getting this mixed up with other editions of the game. Don't worry, we realise this mistake later. I don't know if you'd add the +1 before or after. I think you add it after. I think modifiers generally happen after that sort of thing.
I surrender to your judgment, I don't know.
I think so.
My brain is full of mashed potato.
That's a thing to check later. So, what we do now is we both roll. Okay, I got 6. Okay, right. Now, we then add... take your highest dice, which for you will be a 5. Okay, now, we then take our highest dice, and we then add our weapon skill to it. What is your weapon skill?
5.
5. Okay. Mine's 4.
So we're even.
So we even.
We're both 10.
Now, in the case of a draw,
Alright.
you use... It's not a physical fight. In the case of a draw, you go by whoever has the highest initiative. What's the initiative of your Terminators, your regular Terminators?
You're gonna hate me. My standard Terminator has an initiative of 5.
5?
5.
That means you win by 1. Which means you get to make 1 attack.
1 attack with my normal Terminator.
Yeah, because, okay, so for people at home...
Yeah, because I've forgotten about how every part of this works as well.
Okay, so the way this works is that... but I'll tell you what, hand that over so I can explain. Okay, so the way the melee works is that you both roll your attack dice, you pick your highest dice. There's various things that can affect it. If you roll 1s, you get fumbles, and if you roll more than 1 6, you get like a kind of critical success kind of thing. And then you take that, you add your weapon skill to it, which equals your combat score, and whoever has the highest combat score wins and gets to make attacks, and the amount of attacks you make is the difference between your 2 combat scores, and then after that you roll your wounds as normal. In short...
Everything is wacky!
It's a lot. But you get to roll 1 attack.
Yay.
Which you get to roll on your chain axe, isn't it? Which is the one that's in that book and is not on the nice cheat sheet. Yeah. Because it was a later weapon that was added. On 3s you wound.
And I just get to roll 1?
Yeah, just 1. Okay, so it wounds, and what does it do to armour?
It's AP -2.
AP -2, so that's 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I need to roll a 5 to succeed. I do not, which means this lad is poofed out of existence.
Are you only doing that so that means I'm like base-to-base contact?
No, it's because it's him. He who was specifically in combat. Which does actually mean that she's not actually in combat anymore.
Well, can I consolidate in this edition? Because I have 1 combat and she is a part of that squad. So it would make sense if I could consolidate in modern rules, but can I do it in second?
There is a rule for moving forward. I'll tell you what, give me a second and I'll check the rule book. Follow-up. If a combatant's opponents are slain, the model may make a special follow-up move. Which I think actually means only he can make a follow-up move.
Okay, but that means that she can charge next turn, I guess.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, fine.
Probably?
I don't know.
I think that's how it works.
Just whatever you say, Senor Rulebook. It's fine. Guess I'll die. Okay. Hi, and she's just like there, hanging out. Okay. Thus ends my turn.
I'm not going to use it because it's far too dangerous, but there are rules for shooting into melee in this edition.
I would prefer if you didn't.
Yeah, if I remember right.
I prefer if you didn't shoot me at all, to be honest.
If I remember rightly, the way it works is that you roll a dice, and on like 1, 2s, or 3s, it hits your guys, and on 4, 5, 6s, it hits your opponents. I think that's how it works. So I think what I actually kind of have to do is just
fight back.
Is just charge you. I think that's what I kind of have.
Well,
to
I
do.
mean, I'm already in base-to-base like melee combat with you.
Yeah, but like my other guys aren't.
Oh, yeah, because, like, piling in, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so charge.
I actually don't know how this works. I think I do just have to charge.
I think you have to charge me, so just charge me, Daddy.
So, I guess those
are you going to charge her as well, or just
well, they're technically the same squad.
They are the same, so yeah.
Let's charge. So
Pile in, darlings.
Each one has 2 on them, which does mean that unless I want to shoot into combat, I kind of just have to deal with this now.
Yeah.
But this is the last turn.
Yeah.
So if I can just survive,
I just want her to just take a swing, and
she's gonna this turn. Okay.
If she misses, I quit Warhammer forever.
Okay, right. So let's actually have my captain do a thing. You never did get a chance to use his melter gun because you were never at the right range. We are definitely playing this wrong. I am going to look this up afterwards and try and figure out how you do this because I'm very confused by this. All right. Okay. So
that's mine.
I rolled a 1, which means that I've done a fumble.
Oh no!
So that reduces my
fumble.
That reduces my thing by 1.
Okay.
Oh shit! You don't get +1 for charging. No, you get +1 to your You get +1 to your combat score. Fuck.
Wow.
I did that wrong.
That's okay. We're doing a lot of things wrong, man.
Okay.
I think people have started to expect that from us by now.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, so that brings me down to a combat score of 3, and you've got a 6.
Yes, I do.
Which means that now I add my weapon skill, which is admittedly 7, and you're 5, right?
Yeah.
So I still lose out by 1. So you get to make 1 attack. Alright, I am kicking myself because I totally should have used one of my special bits of war gear here since that activates when my captain suffers a hit. Damn it, it's a fun one too. Okay.
No,
it doesn't do anything. Okay.
At least it wasn't a fumble.
But I get to do a second attack with he who has actually done his charge.
Okay.
So he just gets 1 attack. We do the same again, so you get your 2. And because you have 1 more weapon skill than I do, that means...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another draw because you've got 1 more weapon skill than me. Oh no, wait, he charged.
Oh, he did, yeah, so no, he wins.
Yeah, so he wins if I'm doing it right.
He gets an attack.
Let me quickly open up the thing.
You know it's going well when you have to frantically open the codex.
Yeah, there we go. Model that's charged has +1 to your combat score. Okay, I won. I won a thing. Okay, now let's see it not do anything.
Okay.
That does not wound. Okay, first off, I'm gonna fight with my regular boy.
Okay.
Who is gonna? He got 4. You need to roll however many millions of attack dice she gets.
Yeah, I get to double my dice because she's frenzied.
Which means she gets like 6 dice, right?
6 dice.
Okay, cool. Okay, do it. Let's see how it goes.
I did get 2 1s.
Okay, so that's a double fumble.
Yeah, so that's not that bad.
Double fumble, so that's -2 to your highest one, which is a 5.
So it's 3.
So it's 3. I got 4, but your weapon skill is like 7 or something, isn't it?
It's 7.
Yeah. Okay, so that means you were at 3, so 7,
Plus
so that's
the
10, and I got 8, so you get 2 attacks, basically.
Okay.
You might want to look up what the rules for a lightning claw are. It's on this sheet.
Yeah. I can parry with the lightning claws? I thought you could only do that with swords.
Does it say that?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess you can parry with a lightning claw. I didn't know that. It just in the rulebook it just says it just says only swords can do it, but I guess a lightning claw can.
No, lightning claws, bone sword, chain sword, power sword, sword.
Okay.
Despite this conversation, we will both forget that parrying is a thing for the rest of this game.
Well, anyway,
And lightning claw.
Okay, well, what does the lightning claw do? Let's do that.
Strength 8,
Okay.
D3 damage.
So that means it's wounding on 2s.
Oh, how many attacks did I get? I got 2, didn't I? Okay, wounding on 2s. Watch me get a double 1. No! Okay.
Okay, both go through it, and what's its armor? Shenanigans.
It's -5 AP.
That's 5 AP.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That guy is fucking dead, yo!
Yay! I got another one!
Yay! But same deal. Same deal, so you roll your 60,000 dice again.
Just 6.
Just
It's
6.
Just 6.
Okay. And I rolled just 1. Ooh.
2 more botches. But I do get the top 6.
Okay,
so
you
that's
got
4.
So you got 2 6s there, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, I got 3. So that means that your score of 6 is reduced down to 4, but you then up it to 5 because you got an extra 6.
Okay, and that's
Combat
plus
scores.
7.
And then you add 7 to your 6, to your 5, sorry.
Yep.
Which
is 12.
12, which is a little bit better than my 7. So you get like 5 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get like 5 attacks.
I keep rolling 2 1s. 2 1s.
I'd rather you do that when you're doing your armor saves, to be frank. But,
I know.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's
Okay.
strength 8. Does that 3 won't?
Strength 8. Yeah, you're
Strength
wounded on
8.
2s.
I'm wounding on. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 wins.
Okay.
Okay, so 3
What's its armor save? Oh no, that's like minus.
AP -5.
AP -5. Yeah, no. My servant's just dead.
And I will consolidate because I have to because I'm frenzied.
Yeah.
It's horrible. I don't like doing this.
You don't want to do it.
No, but there we go.
But you're gonna do it.
Hi.
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 Okay.
Last turn.
Last turn.
So I'm just gonna start melee combat again.
Yay!
Yay! Okay. But I still get 2 attacks against you.
You do, yeah, because it's now your turn, and you're just meleeing continuously. But
Hey.
I do get my 3 because you are against my captain, who is actually quite good when he's not rolling poorly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I keep getting a 1.
Okay, so you're reduced to 5
Yep.
because of your
But I get a
botch.
+1.
You don't.
No, I don't. Never mind.
Okay, and I've got an unambiguous 6,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm weapon skill 7.
He's weapon skill 5.
Weapon skill 5. So, that
yeah,
means
you get, like-
I'm 3 points.
Yeah.
All right.
So you get 3.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna hand you that because now I need to work out how a power fist works.
Don't we all? Wait, he's got a power. Oh, he does.
Yeah, he's
Look
got
at
power
that big
fist.
old power fist there.
Right. It's strength 8.
Mm-hmm.
That was 3 attacks I got, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
3.
3. Okay. So 8 and your toughness 5,
Yes,
or is it 4? I keep.
I'm
forgetting.
toughness 5.
Okay.
Oh look, it is toughness 4. I accidentally lied to you. I'm very sorry. I did not mean that.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I'm toughness 4.
Yep, and I've got 3 attacks at strength 8
Yep.
because it's power fist, which means on 2s. Okay, that's 3.
Oh heck.
That's 3 that go through, and a power fist is -5.
I mean, he's gone.
So that's
He's dead.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, you've got to roll 7s on 2 dice.
Okay, let's hope I haven't got the one that keeps rolling up 1 in here.
Yeah, okay. Okay, he's already dead then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I just see what the next 2 would be?
Oh, sure.
Just out of curiosity.
Sure.
Okay,
He also would have died. He died twice.
And
That one was fine. Yeah,
2 deaths.
He saved
just
that
2.
one. But yeah, he's very dead.
Give him to me.
Sorry, he dead. He dead.
He'll get better.
Finally, this thing here. Okay, so you have 6, and you've got 2 extras, so you plus your weapon skill of 7 to that, which means that is 13 plus 2 more, so you have 15, and I have 6, which means you make 9 attacks?
Yep.
Yeah.
If this doesn't kill him...
And well, you have to roll above a 2 on one of them to kill him.
Yeah,
he's dead.
I vaporized him. Okay, and she's going to move forward anyway because that's just But I mean, that's the end of the game.
I think so.
Yeah. I really wanted to see how like the Commander versus like the Terminator Lord went down. You know, that's like the 2 big honchos going at it, and it's.
I'll tell you what. This is officially the end of the game because it's 4
Officially
turns.
it is over.
Officially it is over.
Good game.
Good game. Hold that for a sec. Oh, no. Okay, so combat. It actually has a specific thing in the victory points thing, which is that, we both... that does count as its own individual squad. So...
Okay.
We both scored 1 victory point.
Yay!
It's a draw!
It's a draw! Yay!
Nobody loses!
Nobody wins!
Nobody wins!
Haha! That's actually a pretty good description of just 40k in general, lore-wise.
Yeah.
Nobody wins. Nobody really loses. I want to see how this would have gone down, though.
Sure, we'll
let's see.
just do this for a lot.
Let's see. Okay.
This is non-canon.
This is non-canon. This is just, what... This is a what if.
A what if? Okay. Okay, I got 2 5s, so you got to roll yours.
Okay. Go non-canon. I got 2 6s, but I got 2 1s. So 2 6s minus 2 plus my 7. That's 12 again.
Yeah, so that's 12. I get 7 plus 5, also 12.
Okay.
Okay, what's your initiative?
7. And I know his is 7 as well.
Okay, so
officially, we have drawn even in the what would happen if they actually did get to fight.
The what if
is still a draw.
Okay.
Anyway.
Sure.
Good game.
Good game.
So, what did we learn from our first game? Well, mainly that when learning an older edition of a game you're familiar with, you really need to play a full game of it to realise what bits you don't understand. The broad strokes are simple enough, but it's the minutiae that trips you up. Like, even though we still made mistakes with the melee, the parts we had most trouble with were just how it interacts with other parts of the game that aren't immediately obvious. However, we've now got a better idea of the strengths and weaknesses of the force we're using, so expanding them will be a lot easier now, since we just have a better handle on what they can do.
Also, we could probably do with a bit more terrain on the table next time, so we actually have to use the rules for cover. Plus, the main rulebook does suggest being pretty terrain heavy anyway. So let us know if you'd be interested in an episode of this series where we just make some era-appropriate terrain pieces. It is a part of the experience, after all. But yeah, with this opening skirmish done, we think the next step will be to play some more with our current forces off camera to get used to the system before expanding our forces to 1000 points and doing this all over again.
So this series will continue in 2022, where we'll do all that stuff we just mentioned. And, thank you very much for getting us to 40,000 subscribers. That is, after all, what sparked this series in the first place, and thank you very much for watching.